GMC is Jim's.
Jimps. I like Jimps. I like Jimps. Jimps was the one that you told me.
Gypsy. That's what I'm scared to say.
Jimps. Yeah.
Jim's because it's GMC.
That trash ass car though. Oh God, I hate a GMC.
All right now. It's an American brand.
Good.
Is it? I actually don't know.
It is. It's American.
All right. Well, we're recording.
Have we been recording?
Yeah, I recorded audio for 3 minutes. Just
Okay,
it was
cool.
Funny.
Yeah, I thought so.
Cue the theme song.
Oh, hold on. Let me get there. And you ready? Let's go.
Like I said,
I don't even know where to begin on this.
Let's go.
We're back.
Taylor King.
ESG, we back again. Combos, topics, fave top 10. Podcast fiends, go tell your friends. Blurts about a guide until the end. ESG, we back again. Combos, topics, fave top 10. Podcast fiends, go tell your friends. Blurts about a guide until the end. Oh, we back at it again. Jay, Jeremy, Miriam, Ryan, friends until the end. What's new this week? That is our mission. Spoiler leaks, not our ambition. Call us geeks, come on now listen. Black and nerdy's our position.
Blurred boys, y'all know what to expect. Enter the podcast, we come in correct. Survivalist world, we coming for the throne. Blurred boys, survivalist zone.
ESG, we back again. Combos, topics, fave top 10. Podcast fiends, go tell your friends. Blurts about a guide until the end. ESG, we back again. Combos, topics, fave top 10. Podcast fiends, go tell your friends. Blurts about a guide until the end. Hey, 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 hey.
Taylor.
It's the Blurts Survivor Guide. It's the Blurts Survivor Guide. It's the Blurts Survivor Guide. Is he in the way? Okay, go good. My boy.
Y'all don't know how much I missed you, man.
Wait.
Like
Oh,
for
hello,
real.
stranger.
Look at this pretty face over here. Where you been?
I've been working.
I know.
I've been working.
Hey.
I've been in Selma, been in Huntsville, been in Perry County, Marion. You know,
You know.
out here in the cut. Is that what they say?
Unidentified areas.
I do not know.
Welcome back to everybody to
Welcome
another
back.
episode of Blurred Survival Guide. Jay is finally back in the building.
Co-host is here,
Good
bro.
Lord,
I'm sorry.
You missed so much.
I've been keeping up. I have been keeping up, man. Y'all have had. Let me tell you, last week I missed out on a great conversation, and I hope everybody goes and checks it out because it was so fun.
All the video games.
The video game movies one, man, like for real, like that's a great discussion.
Yeah.
Great discussion.
Got into it, but for some reason, if one is here, someone else has to be gone.
Truly.
Right.
It's just a trade-off. Like,
I
yeah,
don't
miss
like
you,
this trade-off.
Ryan.
I'm not a
Wherever
fan.
Ryan's at,
we miss you, Ryan.
because I know he would thoroughly enjoy this conversation as well. That we're
I
talking
know
about
we
today.
would.
Yeah.
I mean, what's better than freaking DreamWorks movies, man?
Man.
I mean,
but that's
a
debate.
debatable topic,
Debate.
bro. That is mad debatable.
Hey, but we do have Seth on the mic this week.
Hey.
4 mics. We're gonna use all of them.
That's right.
Yes,
Utilization
sir.
to the maximum effect. But yeah,
We could talk some DreamWorks.
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Like they're like the great alt children's cartoon movie company. You know, they're like
That's a
a
good description.
they're like a alt Disney, and they go like deeper than Disney
As opposed
because
to
they're
Walt
and they still
more
they still
independent.
touch Disney though. Like
Yeah.
They're the Disney for the
edgier crowd.
for the edgier crowd, for the
Man.
rewatching these movies this
As
week.
adults?
I was like,
But like
no business watching
But
this
like
as a kid.
but like on the same token, bro, like they come with like such a great message. Like every single one of them tackles a great subject and like a difficult subject matter in a way that people still understand.
What would say all of them?
I'd pretty much say freaking all of
I would
them.
say
I haven't seen
90%.
every single one.
because I have majority written down up all the way up until Trolls World Tour. But
Haven't seen any of those. Gonna go
haven't seen
ahead
any
and
of the
preface
Trolls?
that. Nope.
okay,
I share the same way.
I can't get
I'm
away
not a
with
fan of
that.
a jukebox musical. I'm not gonna be a fan of a jukebox movie with like.
see, I think I'm the only one because I don't even.
You're not. I just haven't done it yet.
Okay, because I know Ryan doesn't like jukebox musicals as much as us either. But
You know, you and I. That's
Yeah,
that's a
that
little
is
bit of
us.
our that's been like a show choir thing. Like I mean,
kids growing up. That's
truly,
perfect.
that is exactly the line in the sand. What do you like a jukebox musical?
See,
Were you in choir?
I can personally cross over on both fields,
You
so it's just
can.
like
You can.
You
but,
do.
the fact that you like jukebox musicals keeps you a little bit on the other side.
Keeps your toe in the side of.
yeah, that's why I'm like I can tell
Your
both
roots.
lines.
Your
yeah.
roots.
Seth,
My personal musical taste.
I mean,
get
you
on
love,
the point here.
but you also love Moulin Rouge.
You're the outlier.
Thank you.
But you love Moulin Rouge.
I do because that's a movie.
Jukebox
A
music.
jukebox
It
musical.
is a jukebox musical. Don't get me wrong, but it's
It's an
No.
original movie,
it is an original movie.
but would you?
Trolls is too, I guess.
I'm about to say.
For me, Moulin
But is it based? It's based on the toy.
Hold on, pause. For me, Moulin Rouge is the outlier.
But Moulin Rouge is based off the artwork. It's in Paris.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
just like generally the artwork in Paris,
like
or
that
there's
time-
a
well, no, it's because even like the Toussaint, like one of the artists Toussaint is in
Uh-huh.
the movie, is a famous artist.
correct.
Right.
Okay.
It's based on. It's essentially based on his
Artwork.
painting, the Moulin Rouge.
The painting of the windmill.
Yeah, when you're like
That's-
panning in.
Well, where Satine, where she lives.
Yes.
Spoilers.
Yes.
If you that movie came out in like 2000, get on it. Yeah, that's in the painting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Oh, okay.
That one in like the
History.
and the Can Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but yeah.
Heard. Oh, well. Anyway, we digress.
No, because it ties in with Trolls being an original movie based off a toy.
Moulin Rouge is the outlier for me when it comes to movie musicals. You are the outlier of the generalization.
Woo!
So it's because we're Aries.
The exception. The exception to the rule.
Woo! Yeah. Oh man, but for real deal, let's get into this episode of DreamWorks and just why is it so different? Why is it so successful being not a copy of Disney, but like the main guy from Disney Animation moved over from Disney to create DreamWorks.
That's some drama. You
It
know
is.
that's some drama. He wanted to probably push the envelope
He did, clearly.
like he wanted, like, and not be so cookie cutter.
Yeah. And I mean, I got a perfect example for that too. Is Ants.
Facts.
With it being first A Bug's Life.
Right.
2 months before.
Just like right in line.
those-
See, I mean, there is an obvious direct target audience for A Bug's Life, and there's an obvious target audience for Ants. And
Yeah.
if you watch it when you're older, you know which movie you prefer, even if you don't want to admit it.
I mean, no, I still prefer The Bug's Life because when I watched it literally yesterday, no, I watched
It's a
it
better
yesterday.
movie. It is a better
Bug's
movie.
Life is a better movie.
It is. It is.
Okay.
Because the budget is outrageously higher for Bugs Life, probably.
But with it being a higher budget, that's fine and great. But like the actual story for me is better. Ants was just, even with me being a 28-year-old person that I am today, I'm watching it and I was just like, I still like, now that I've understood more of the jokes now that I'm an adult and I understand certain words in it. I'm like, okay, my literal initial thought was, why did my mother buy this VHS
Same.
when I was younger?
Yeah, same.
I'm watching Bugs Life and then I watched Ants and I'm like, I preferred Bugs Life when I was younger too. And I'm like,
So I hear where you're coming from, but like at the same time, like I don't know, like there's this, and maybe because like I'm into like activism and junk, right? Like there's that,
Junk.
like that kind
were
of
you
like.
into activism as a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old?
I was
watching
more.
Ants?
I was as a kid. I was definitely more enthralled by the animation style. It was softer. It was bubblier. It was like.
Bug's Life.
A Bug's Life.
Okay,
yeah,
it was
for, like,
weird 'cause-
for a Bug's Life. Yeah, for a Bug's Life. So I would have, as a kid, that I would
That scene
prefer.
is not bubbly.
No, no, bro.
That's in my notes. My notes, the first two things is more mature and adult than A Bug's Life.
Yep.
The point number 2, what the fuck? Termites. Like,
Bro,
R.I.P.
bro, homeboy's head.
Barbados.
He said, "How am I looking?"
He said, Z. How am I looking?
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover, bro.
How am I looking? See,
Bo, how about like the obvious animation on this man? He was like, "This is the black ant."
I can't feel. Yeah, big lips.
Big lips.
Big lips.
Only black voice actor.
Yeah.
Movie.
And I mean, he is the only black voice actor in literally.
And of course, they kill
the
him.
first 2 movies in DreamWorks.
Including their second film, which
How
is
much did
Prince of
Danny-
Egypt.
How much did Danny Glover get paid? I hope he got paid.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough. I mean, it was a low.
Other than
I mean,
Dan Aykroyd, he's the most famous voice in the movie.
No, Christopher Walken's in there.
Angelina. I mean,
Christopher Walken?
Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, Christopher Walken is the
Not as an actress, but just
general's
generally.
assistant. Cutter.
No way.
He's Cutter. He's Cutter.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way.
Christopher Walken.
That's
Christopher
amazing.
Walken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard him.
Oh no, this cast is stacked. Like
It is.
Woody Allen, all of his troubles. We ignoring that right now, real quick. But he was main character Z. Woody Allen. Sylvester Stallone is the muscly motherfucker.
Casting.
Yeah.
that one.
Jennifer Lopez,
as his love interest.
yeah.
Azteca.
Azteca.
Who played Bala, the princess?
What's her
Sharon
name?
Stone.
Sharon Stone. Yeah.
Wow.
White blonde lady.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the cast for this movie was bonkers.
I would
Like-
like to say, Woody Allen had no business being in this movie.
Oh no.
Why
And like,
was he cast as Z?
I tell you, that voice is perfect for that character, though. Like, yeah, I mean,
There's
like,
plenty of other
it is
mighty
so.
white men
you could have
out
gotten
there.
Ed Norton doing his Woody Allen impression like he did in Sausage Party. That's what you could have gotten.
Oh my god.
You know exactly what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
too.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about.
I mean, Matthew.
Him as the bagel.
Man, I love Ed Norton too.
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew
Yeah. You could have.
Adult Simba.
Matthew Broderick would have been great. Yeah, that would have been.
No, I think around
Rob
that time. No,
Schneider.
see, here's the only thing with Matthew Broderick is too many people would have still associated him with Adult Simba at that time. So that's
That's
probably why he
fair.
couldn't do
He
it.
was too close. to
Okay,
Disney.
well,
too close
at
to
that
Disney.
time, a mousy white man.
Shit, you could have put Christopher Walken as the main role.
That voice would have been perfect.
That would have gone with him. It's so awkward.
It really
it's just so awkward.
Oh man, because like I looked at the trivia, Christopher Walken's character Cutter was actually supposed to be like a one-line type of character and only an assistant.
But it's
But
Christopher
because
Walken.
he put so much depth into Cutter, even though it was a side character, they like gave him more lines.
what?
Yeah,
Well,
made
it's
him.
also Christopher
For Walken, right? Like that voice is iconic. Like,
How are you going to get him in a studio and be like, yeah, you're good with the one line?
Yeah, but
right?
Christopher
No,
Walken.
no.
I mean, you could have gotten who's the guy who plays never mind.
It's like, what are you talking
It
about?
didn't need to be Woody Allen. He was problematic then, he's problematic now. But I will say DreamWorks really did come in hot and heavy with these first 2 movies.
man,
They said, we're going to give you a teaser with ants, and then we're going to blow you out of the fucking water with the Prince of Egypt.
Gorgeously animated.
You're not ready. Nobody was ready for
bro,
that.
bro. Like I said, DreamWorks said F it and went full biblical.
Oh, you want a musical? Oh, you want a musical? We'll give you a musical.
Right.
Oh, how about we put Whitney Houston with Mariah Carey and just drop that in your lap? How's that work?
I have
for
you there. I agree with you.
Unbelievable.
I agree with you,
Gilmore.
but also Through Heaven's Eyes, an all-time banger. Man, that whole party scene where like Moses was growing up and getting married.
Yeah,
With the chief of that town was singing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's an all-time banger.
Any song you point out from that?
I want to go back and rewatch Prince of Egypt. It's been a while since I
no,
watched
that
it.
was the first time
like
I watched it in
I
years.
know it. I know it bangs and I know it's gorgeous. Like these are the 2 things that I know about it, like indefinitely. But I want to go back and rewatch it just for the details. Honestly,
I didn't watch it
it's-
until I was in my 20s because it's a prophet. It's a story of
about Moses, right? Like,
Growing
yeah.
up, we don't watch that, but
And I mean, they put that warning at the beginning of it too, that
They
it is a story of like a certain people's religion.
Yeah.
And like, if you want to actually read the full story, go to read Exodus, and it
right.
This is the story of Exodus. If you want to,
it's just really it's as far as a movie.
But yeah,
goes,
no,
it's
as a movie
beautiful
itself,
movie.
yes, beautifully animated. I put astonishing views and images, visually stunning. Animators took their fucking time.
Yep.
The cast, you got Val Kilmer.
I remember the
Danny
scene where he
Glover made a
splits.
comeback.
He splits the
Glover.
sea. When he splits the sea, man,
Danny
like
Glover
that,
getting them
that
DreamWorks
moment.
checks.
You had Ralph Fiennes as Ramses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullock and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes, Jeff Goldblum as Val Kilmer's brother, as Aaron.
Stewart and Helen Mirren.
Get out.
Martin Short.
Jeffrey Katzenberg, who became the head of DreamWorks at this time, was like, I'm pulling all of my cards.
Well, here's the thing.
Calling in all favors.
All of them.
Disney had the monopoly, bro. Like, they're like you're going up against the #1 animator for the last 100 years, bro. Like, and you have to come.
You did.
You had to bring that heat to even have hope.
And the thing is, and they were, and by the time this movie came out, Disney was already 80 years into their 100 years of animation.
Wow.
Bro,
So Jeffrey Katzenberg had to be like, yo, I gotta step
what?
up my game real fast.
Because there's nothing else that's really competing around this time. Like for real.
Like Prince of Egypt came out in the first two movies came out in 98.
You got like the Disney Renaissance, and then DreamWorks pops up.
Yeah. And it popped up at the tail end of the Renaissance.
Yeah.
Because the Renaissance didn't end until Tarzan, which came out in like
2001?
2000.
Which that brings you into like
Road to El Dorado.
El Dorado. They said
Now that one.
so. The same guy who did the music for Emperor's New Groove did the music. What Stained, or not Stained?
Nope. Elton John. I read
Was it Elton?
What?
Elton John was the narrator, and he did the songs for
El Dorado?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I'm wrong. But anyway, that movie.
That's crazy.
Basically, a lot of these movies that came out around the same times of our our favorite Disney Renaissance movies, like Jeffrey Katzenberg was just like, they have Phil Collins for Tarzan. Let me pull Elton John real quick for this. And
I mean, like, again, it's a competition, right?
Yeah.
Nonstop. Like, they're trying to go
it's
one for one.
It's the whole Marvel and DC thing, but like more successful.
Yeah.
To a degree.
Could you say more? I mean,
like you know how Kevin Feige and Marvel, they had their whole thing planned out, and it was like 10 plus years before DC actually came in. It was just like and they have been stumbling up until now with James Gunn and everything. This is essentially Marvel. So Disney and DreamWorks is what Marvel and James Gunn DC is currently, where Marvel has been out there for a hot minute, is doing its good time and having a good time. James Gunn is coming in now. We're 2 movies into James Gunn's DCU, and it's already like
so you're saying that DreamWorks is the DC.
DreamWorks is James Gunn's DC right now.
Okay,
where it's like, he's like this. We're only 2 or 3 movies.
I mean, it's a start. I mean, like they got to bring in the heat, right? Like, and that's the competition. One more time, you got to come in hot, or it's not gonna work. You're not gonna be able to.
It has to be memorable.
Pixar.
Exactly, and that's what they did with these first 2 to 3 movies. I do want to point out that like 2 points from Prince of Egypt that I had in here. Val Kilmer voicing God, I know it's the entire cast was voicing God, but because Val Kilmer's voice was like in the forefront of it, and he had to do this whole holy voice, it low-key sounded like Lawrence Fishburne.
That's funny.
And
What you mean the whole cast had to?
So because they didn't want just one person voicing God, and like you can have when you cast so played God. Right. What they did creatively was saying that the entire voice cast was what? So it can be this ominous, omnipotent voice.
So did they have like other people like record it as well?
I don't know what the actual thing is, but it sounds
the
like they just all
process.
recorded it at the same time, like a choir. They recorded it all at the same time, same rhythm, so it sounds like just one.
It's also to mimic how religion and even this story is from the stories of it's being told by because you told these stories through all these voices.
I'm with it.
Which is
that's an awesome idea. That's beautiful. Truly.
No, and
truly
that watching.
I mean, you've got like movies that definitely portray God, and like it's just like one voice or like whatever. But that's
Morgan Freeman.
Or Morgan Freeman.
Probably the only way you could have stepped up Prince of Egypt more would be
had
Morgan Freeman as the voice of God. Like,
if you just cast Morgan Freeman as the voice of God, just period, or just God.
Well, he was God in
Bruce Almighty. And Evan Almighty.
And the Birmingham Shuttleworth Airport.
And well, that doesn't make him God, but
I'm saying of the airport.
Welcome to Birmingham International
He is of
Airport.
the airport.
God of the airport. I think there's one more point from Prince of Egypt. Adult Ramses reminded me of the bald-headed dude from Drumline. Looking at his character style. You look at it, you're just like,
oh no. Well, you gonna tie that t-shirt? Gonna graduate in that t-shirt, son.
I'm just saying. You look at it. You look at a bald-headed dude from Drumline.
Oh no. What's his name? Big Brother something. I can't remember.
Hold on, let me.
That's funny.
We'll look that up real quick. But yeah, no,
So I've got a question.
You.
What's everybody's favorite 3 DreamWorks movies?
I like that you said 3.
Yeah, because I can't narrow it down to one.
Like 2 out of 3 of those might be the same series. Let's just be honest here.
I need to hear like the whole list because not every movie immediately appears in my Rolodex.
I have the majority of the list right here. So
many movies.
Yeah, no.
Hold, pause. Go.
So we start with Ants as the first one. Prince of Egypt, Road to El Dorado, Chicken Run, Joseph, King of Dreams, Shrek, Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas, Shrek 2, Madagascar, Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, Over the Hedge, Flushed Away, Shrek the Third, B-Movie, Kung Fu Panda, Madagascar, Escape to Africa, Monsters vs. Aliens, How to Train Your Dragon, Shrek Forever After, Megamind, Kung Fu Panda 2, Puss in Boots, Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted, Rise of the Guardians, The Croods, Turbo, Mr. Peabody and Sherman, How to Train Your Dragon 2, Penguins of Madagascar, Home, Kung Fu Panda 3, Trolls, Boss Baby, Captain Underpants, the first epic movie, How to Train Your Dragon 2, Abominable, Trolls World Tour, How to Train Your Dragon 3, so on. That's all I have. I stopped at a certain point.
Yeah, I mean, it goes
all the way to 20.
Man, I looked into like how DreamWorks got Wallace and Gromit because we were watching Flushed Away, and it's the same kind of animation style.
And Chicken Run.
But like it was because the creator it was originally a BBC show. Like Wallace and Gromit was originally a BBC production.
Aardvark animation,
claymation.
Yeah, and like they got acquired by DreamWorks once they came under like the Universal umbrella or something like that.
Yeah,
and it was just
like the parent company.
All of because they're a subsidiary, which I didn't really understand that for a while. I was like, oh, that's okay. So that's why you get the Universal thing before you watch. Yeah, that one. But also, did you see the DreamWorks stepped up their like intro thing and like the studio production intro?
Also, about recently with Puss in Boots.
Yeah, man.
Well, it even it stepped up. Shrek is basically the engine, the front runner car. That whole franchise is what leads to all the big changes of DreamWorks and making it its own thing.
Right.
Because before that, it was literally
like a kid. Like
it was just first it was just a kid and like there was no music in the background. It was just that it was almost like a Disney ripoff in the background, and then. Once Shrek came out, that's when it went to the and say like that up until Puss in Boots, where it does have the whole How to Train Your Dragon, DreamWorks
universe, yeah,
all that. So
new era, I guess.
Yeah,
because Puss in Boots' animation was very distinct.
Tell me it didn't remind you of Into the Spider-Verse.
No,
like, definitely did.
That Into the Spider-Verse catapulted the animation genre to a new level with its animation style.
That's fact.
That most movies do emulate
now.
How the animation
works.
Even like The Bad Guys, Puss in Boots.
What's it called? Mitchell's versus the Machines.
Yeah, Mitchell's versus the Machines, Turning Red. All those movies now have a more fast-paced comic book look because of Into the Spider-Verse.
That's so cool. Yeah. Love that.
And we get the sequel.
Oh, the sequel looks so good. The sequel looks so good.
Yeah. But look, our favorite 3.
Favorite 3. I can go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
And no, I'll say from top 1 to 3. Shrek, Spirit, Home.
Love.
Oh, all one word.
Very nice.
Fascinating.
I know my number 1 is like. Can I just say like the How to Train Your Dragon series? Like the 3 of them together are just phenomenal.
I would say that, yeah. No, I would count it as one.
Like
yeah.
that is one continuation of a story.
That is a fantastic trilogy.
And like
I'll let it be.
Like I'm not counting 9 Realms. I didn't get into it. Dragon's 9 Realms. It's a TV show that came out of DreamWorks, out of the show, out of the movies. Like,
I didn't get into the Spirit show either.
I was say no. I watched the.
But it looks all right, actually. It
looks
all right.
I watched the 9 Realms one. I watched it was another one. It was like Hiccup in the Gang.
Okay.
And like it
trainer. It was like drag.
Yeah. It took place in between the movies, but it actually still tied into the movies very well.
That's so awesome.
So yeah, I would definitely check that out at least. But yeah,
we'll do that.
And it kept mainly the majority of the cast with a few exceptions.
Huh. Yeah. Oh yeah. For How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd give that trilogy my like number 1 spot, and then like Shrek would definitely come in next. Like
The first one or the whole franchise? All four of them.
Frankly, the first one. The first one.
Of Shrek?
Yeah, Shrek one. Just the first one. I love Shrek 2.
Timeless.
I love Shrek 2. It's great. And honestly, Shrek 3 is not bad. Like it's
That's all right. Yeah.
for Shrek Forever After is not bad. Like,
like everybody's just kind of dwindling.
Yeah.
but no, but like, well, I mean, you can only do. Well, hell, we're getting a Shrek 5, bro.
One is so good.
One is so good.
Like it's really hard to.
2 is
top.
a great sequel.
2 is
Top tier house sequels.
Let me tell you, Michael Myers has never had a better role. I don't care what else he has played in, like Austin Powers, whatever.
What
he
about
has.
the Love
I think-
Guru?
What you mean, Cat in the Hat? No.
Never had a better role.
I tend to think that Austin Powers and Shrek are equal.
Yeah.
And they are.
I can't
exist
even say
as
that.
1A, 1B in Mike Myers
Because Austin Powers is a crude comedy. It is what it is. It's crass. It is some crass ass.
But he's a Saturday night,
sir.
He's a Saturday Night
Some
Live
parents will say that
actor at the end of the day.
That's tragic.
That's where he came from. Saturday Night Live.
I always
I'm gonna
say
say the man burps. They talk about fart. They talk about
he
they curse in
bathes
there.
mud
It's-
shit.
They curse like one time.
No, I just watched the movie, sir. You saw me watching that movie. It was not Shrek cursed one time, but Donkey got a potty mouth.
I'd still say it's his number one role. He's never made more money. He's never got more popularity. Like, dude,
Sure.
people will know Shrek before they know Austin Powers any day.
It depends on who you ask.
It really does.
Some people don't even know Shrek is Michael Myers.
Right.
No, I'm not saying that, but like the role itself.
All right, so
I mean,
you got-
certainly Shrek has made way more money.
Exactly.
Still making him money.
It's not
and
gonna
the
stop.
audience
Is he doing
extends
anything
from
else?
Exactly.
0 to 50.
I mean, he was in a couple movies past
for
couple
him.
years.
And then I'd say my number 3. What was the one after? I want to say Kung Fu Panda. Yeah, Kung Fu Panda with like Jack Black, because
Solid.
Skadoosh
Skadoosh.
is one of the most iconic lines ever,
It's a
and
great movie.
you know he's
How much you want to bet he ad-libbed that word?
I
I feel like he said it before.
put $100 down right now, bro. Like, for real. Like, that's the Skadoosh. So easy.
That's just so Jack Black.
It is. Some of my favorite voice actors are in all 3 of those movies.
You gasped with
because I
intrigue.
remembered you saw Super Mario and I wanted to talk about it, but we'll wait. All right, Jeremy, what are your 3?
Super Mario Brothers. No, okay.
It's not DreamWorks.
No, it's not. It's Illumination.
Which is the newest rival
Basically, yeah.
to the trilogy. The trifecta.
Oh, animation. Shrek.
Hell yeah.
Got
I should have said except Shrek because I think it's everybody's favorite.
Yeah. Like,
Shrek gonna be in there.
Who isn't gonna put?
Okay, so I'll be different. Yeah, since we all put Shrek in there.
Shrek is just the de facto number.
Yeah.
So like, okay, so what is the
So it's 2
Mount
through 3.
Rushmore of
So
DreamWorks?
So my 3rd would be Kung Fu Panda.
All right. I will get you with How to Train Your Dragon, the series, including the actual TV shows. Like
TV. I mean, like
the TV shows are actually tied to the movie.
They were on what?
They're Netflix currently.
Were they Netflix? Were they always
on, like, Cartoon
Netflix? I
Network.
feel like they were on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I think they were on Cartoon Network. But yeah, no. How to Train Your Dragon series. I mean, after the past couple of days, Prince of Egypt is definitely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. If more people took their time to make movies like that, I would be a more devout person.
Yeah, more cultured person.
Well, no, I'm cultured enough. I would currently. Well, yeah. No, I would go to church more. Hate to say it.
You hear that, Christianity?
Listen, y'all got a marketing campaign. Y'all got to get on.
You feel me?
Christians haven't been to see DreamWorks since Prince of Egypt.
Right.
I can't tell you how quickly my parents dragged me to that movie.
Bro,
They were like-
so excited.
They were like, "You're gonna see the story of Moses."
What about Joseph?
King of Dreams.
King of Dreams.
It wasn't. It wasn't nearly as big of a hit with the white Christians.
With the
white Christians.
The cultural hit was not nearly as large.
It's that cast.
Joseph had the Technicolor Dreamcoat, right? Like the No, who had the
Coat of Many Colors?
Joseph had the Coat of Many
Colors,
Color, right? Yeah,
that's the musical you thinking of.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Joseph and the also biblical.
Yes,
story. A lot of Josephs.
But it's the same. Joseph had
King of Dreams.
Yeah, it's Coat of Many Colors, same Joseph, right?
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Same story, different stories. Same person.
Because there's also like Joseph, who's
Mary's husband.
Yeah,
they're not the same. No.
I said Jesus is daddy. That's just my faith.
He's not his daddy.
I haven't watched it in a long time, but this probably be my number 3. And if I watch it again, I probably understand why it's my number 3. We talked about that.
We did.
Rise of the Guardians.
So I want to give that movie another shot.
I remember watching it and I freaking loved it. And
it's fantasy. It's full fantasy.
It is, but it's also like it takes a new story on like the holiday characters and what they.
That's right.
You have Santa Claus.
He's a warrior. Like dude's like a freaking badass.
It's like dope. You got the Easter Bunny, Jack Frost, and Sandman.
Yeah.
They're all fighting. Basically, the monster under your bed.
All right. The boogeyman.
Yes, boogeyman. But like he's actually like legitimately scary, and I mean I think he was probably the scariest villain up until death in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Man. Like, but yeah, man. Those are my 3. So yeah, How to Train Your Dragon series. What did I say? Rise of the Guardians and the Bible.
Oh, yes.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
No.
Prince
of Egypt.
Yeah.
Seth.
I mean, it's not very complicated. I mean, it's Prince of Egypt.
And you believe.
You know, it's Shrek. And man, I mean, the third one is tough because I loved Kung Fu Panda. I loved Chicken Run. That was before Mel Gibson was problematic and he was a legend.
Yeah.
Chicken Run is a funny movie, man.
Chicken Run's a good one. It was a really good
one. That's a classic claymation movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
and you know, and then we talked about Ants, and I mean, one of the movies that, you know, I saw like early on, didn't really understand it, but watching it again as an adult,
just
it really throws it up there for me, but it doesn't put it past Kung Fu Panda. Like, Jack Black is my guy.
Prime time.
Like, hell yeah.
I'd take Jack Black over a lot of stuff.
I gotta say though,
respect that. I agree.
Jack Black's,
I feel similarly.
Jack Black's Bowser, and this is not to spoil anything from the movie,
perfect.
but Jack Black's Bowser is a stiff competition for Poe. That's all I'm
saying.
Like,
God dog.
Jack Black was quite possibly, most definitely the best part of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Sure he was.
Good Lord.
And he's got a song, right?
Peaches, yeah.
I heard him play the song on piano. It's that video
from the movie.
Man.
Peaches. Yeah, Peaches. Certified Hood Classic Shrek. No, I'm kidding.
But no, but actually, I mean, like the themes in Shrek. I mean, you could go. It goes deep as like racism. It goes deep as like just classism. I mean, it's freaking displacement, homelessness. Like that gets tackled in it. It's.
Can I also say that not just for Shrek, but for DreamWorks as a whole, I started to notice a thematic pattern in classism and stuff like that. And DreamWorks isn't afraid to shy away from the more mature themes for kids or adults.
Facts.
That it does have that classism element to it, that racial aspect to it. From literally from Ants all the way up to the Croods, Trolls World Tour.
You know, like what the Croods is actually surprisingly good. Like if you hadn't got a chance to check out the first one at least, like it's surprisingly good. But you know what was a surprise to me? Madagascar. I mean, you got the amount of spinoffs that you got out of Madagascar and like that were successful.
It's arguably like at least maybe not the most successful franchise, obviously, but
It could be their number 2 or their number 3 most successful franchise.
I was about to say,
for sure.
Number 2 was definitely be like How to Train Your Dragon.
I think so too, but like
the early 2000s, like 2010.
I like to move it.
Like right before 2010, Madagascar was popping.
Was everything.
The kids were obsessed with Madagascar.
I mean, it's the reason why the Penguins got their own movie.
Yeah, they got their own movie.
Yeah.
Their own TV show.
Old show.
I mean,
That's like the Minions getting their own movie.
And it was Nickelodeon. No, I mean, you had Chris Rock as a zebra. You had
David Schwimmer.
That's the giraffe. Jada
Pinkett as the hippo. Uh-huh.
What's his name? Not Bruce.
The lion.
No, but yeah, Alex the Lion. Ben Stiller.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, like they kind of pulled a little bit. I mean,
Sasha Baron.
That's like the Happy Madison of the DreamWorks universe right there.
Yeah. I mean, because you got Sasha Baron Cohen as the lemur, as King Julian.
Yep.
Borat is King Julian.
That was and the lemurs were like one of the best parts of the entire series for real.
Oh, you smelly monkey! I hate you. Yeah, Madagascar.
I'm just saying, like DreamWorks, like,
they weren't afraid to press those buttons, man.
And it'll always be that childhood memory.
But I think you bring up the good point that it separates Disney Disney cartoon movies from DreamWorks is that, one, they're not popping things out as frequently, so it feels like there's a bit more intentionality behind the things that they release. Mm-hmm. And each story, while being very unique, still manages to have there is a string of connected themes that ties together DreamWorks movies, and that one of those being that they will have the harder conversations.
Mm-hmm. Disney wanted to keep you a child. DreamWorks wanted you to grow up.
Well, prepare you more so for what society is going to be like, and even when you were grown up.
I don't like it.
I'm just saying,
it would make sense, man. I mean, that's why the guy left Disney, because Disney wanted to play it safe.
Right.
Not step too far out there. Don't be too controversial now. Mm-hmm. We don't want to lose our audience. You know,
but your audience is going to grow up eventually, and they're going to want something that they can look back. Because, for real, I'm not going back and watching Cinderella. I'm not going back and watching Snow White. But I'm going back and watching Shrek, which has both of them in there, but it's better.
Yeah, I go back and watch 90s Disney movies. From childhood, I don't. Yeah, like
I go back and watch DComs.
Snow White, no.
I mean, I'm a
no for me.
I'm the abnormality in that one because y'all know me.
I mean, I be watching Disney movies all the time. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like DComs.
Hey, guy, wait. Do you like DComs?
Exactly. Exactly. I'm Jay, and you're watching Disney Channel.
I hit him with that classics because I watch Pinocchio all day, baby.
There are some misses though.
Captain Underpants' first epic movie.
Turbo.
Pinocchio.
Turbo was a miss.
Never watched.
Pinocchio was a rare, deeper Disney movie.
That's true.
It was early, though.
Akin to Alice in Wonderland, where
it's a book.
there's
trip.
Well,
where there's just the imagination.
Those were all stories.
Is unbelievable.
Those were all stories beforehand. They're not original concepts.
Right.
Pinocchio, Cinderella, Snow White.
None of them.
They're just Disney-fied versions of the very grotesque stories that they came from.
Robin Hood, literally all of those classics.
Or books,
More of the original stories came in the Disney Renaissance. Even then, still, it's like...
I mean, Tarzan was a book, too.
Hercules is based off of
is Greek mythology.
Mulan is based off of, a real...
person.
And story, mythology almost.
Lion King is...
Hamlet.
Yeah.
What is an original Disney story?
But Lion King is also
Lion King 2. Lion King 1.5. Lion King 1.5 isn't even an original story.
Wasn't there a movie released a couple of years before The LionKing, and it was called Kimba?
That came out in
Kimba
the
50s.
White.
Kimba
It was the White
Lion.
Lion.
It came out in 1958, but yes, it was
It was not.
Right before.
And that sucker was just like The Lion King. It's
yeah.
What is an original Disney story from that era?
From the Renaissance?
Beauty and the Beast.
No.
Anastasia.
That's not an original. Anastasia wasn't.
Anastasia's not Disney.
Beauty and the Beast might be the only one.
Aladdin?
No, because it comes
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
It's a book.
It's a book.
Yeah, the Hunchback of
Alexandra
Notre Dame
Dumas.
is a straight up book.
Hold on. I need to know this.
What?
Beauty and the Beast might be the only one.
Dude, the real you don't want to even know how the real Hunchback of Notre Dame is.
I bet it's not good for homeboys.
I mean, Disney's was dark, but the actual
story is dark.
It is heartbreaking.
Yeah,
like blackening.
dork.
So you've got The Little Mermaid.
Was this?
Rescuers Down Under.
Would you count that as a?
It says
it's in the Renaissance.
Yes.
All right.
It came out This
is also a sequel.
You've got Aladdin and the Lion King, not original. Pocahontas, not original.
No.
Hunchback and Hercules, not original.
Nope.
Mulan and Tarzan,
Nope.
not original. That's it. None of them are original stories.
Nope.
Except for those two.
Beauty and the Beast and Rescuers.
Down Under. Actually, Rescuers may be books. Hold on. So there you go, DreamWorks. You got that up on Disney.
Yeah.
Original.
No, Rescuers is original.
Original concepts by DreamWorks.
Do we need to take a pause?
Who did the Atlantis movie?
Disney.
But clearly that's not original either.
No, it's
obviously there's a Legend of Atlantis.
It's loosely based off that and loosely based off of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I think I remember that.
But that was a good conversation. We can go on and on though, and what we're gonna do now? Oh, look at you! What we're gonna do now is take a quick little.
Nah, I don't like that. That's better.
It's time for the Weekly Blurb!
Welcome back.
You know what time it is?
For the Weekly Blurb.
What you say?
Talking trash.
Yeah.
Just always talking trash. It's easier when you're behind the camera to talk trash. Let's just be real.
Mike caught nothing. I didn't say anything. I thought it, but I didn't say it.
Welcome back to the Weekly Blurb. We talk about stuff
and things
and all the things.
Hashtag all the things.
Hashtag.
Give me that merch one day.
Jay, you've been listening for 3 weeks, so it's
I definitely go first. I also know for a fact you went first last week.
Hey,
so
listen,
I care. Damn it. This is something that is a passion of mine, and I'm just fortunate and lucky to be here. So I feel very grateful.
Woohoo!
But yeah, so I've had a hiatus, but it doesn't mean I hadn't stopped watching things. So Miriam and I have been on we be staying up late right now because it's Ramadan, and so because we be eating late because you don't eat.
Yeah, no, you can't eat till the sun go down.
And wait till the sun go down, and then I be eating.
Sun go down. Sorry.
That too. But freaking, we've been watching scary movies again.
But it's April.
I know.
Okay.
We like scary.
We like scary movies. Well, actually, before I get into the scary movies, let me tell you, we had a date night last Friday night.
Aw.
And I set up a drive-in theater in our garage. It was great. Had the whole
top 10
car all set up with like blankets and pillows and junk.
Cute.
We sat down.
Yeah.
We watched a movie. We watched Her. You remember that Joaquin Phoenix movie?
Wow.
Where he falls in love
with Scarlett Johansson in the phone?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
He falls in love with 2013 this movie comes out.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
I took a date to see that movie.
Oh wow. And when it came out?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Bless you, myself.
Was it a first date?
No. But
Was it still early?
It was still like early.
That's a heavy movie for an early date, bro. I'm not gonna front. Like if
we went and saw Just Mercy when we first started dating.
I was sweating.
I mean,
I tell you, I was sweating.
If you knew Jay, then that's
It was on.
But let me tell you, bro. Like, so like it came out in 2013, and I can imagine watching it in 2013 and being freaked out. I watched it today with everything that's come out about AI and and how relevant that shit is now.
Did it pull a Simpsons?
It was way too I was like, this is just a normal fucking thing.
It could happen.
Like, it could very well happen. I felt like, like the episode of Futurama where Fry falls in love with his Lucy Lubot.
Robot, yeah.
It felt like that. It felt like that. I was like, this is... you know what? I was like, you go have love with this damn AI. Like, I was like, all right, sure.
And this man is over here thinking he's the only one. Meanwhile, like,
there's other people
having all kinds of relationships with
their AIs.
Yeah.
But
I was like,
they all sound like Scarlett Johansson?
No, they all sound different.
Oh,
They got one that sounded like Alan Watts, like the philosopher. He's got like a whole
all the
blue
AI,
dot speech.
They all came together and like put together all of his writings and stuff.
Homeboy got a book published, made him money. Straight up, like she was. Here's the thing, like there's a lot of things that like the movie begs. Like you ask a lot of questions. You're like, why is this wrong? Like, because there are elements to it that like just aren't fair in terms of like a relationship, right? Like this thing has endless amounts of information, right? Like, and it cannot like
it knows everything about
no human can do that. Like that's just at the end of the day, that's not even like a comparable.
Like, how do you have a normal relationship after you have a relationship with an AI?
Exactly. There's a lot of things that like we it's a good movie because it begs a lot of those questions. And
it is a weird movie to watch with your significant other, though. I will say.
I would rather watch it. I'd watch it with you before I watched it with anybody else. That's just me. Show. So like
for a movie like that, I mean.
Yeah, but like I can understand like going to see it like with like a new relationship. Nah, fam. No. What?
Definitely wish I had opted for
like Shrek.
Almost anything else. Almost anything.
Shrek Forever After.
Exactly. Like we're going for the third one anyway. But no, so we watched that, and I mean I recommend it. It's provoking.
But is it a scary movie?
Kinda.
Oh, okay.
Kinda. It's creepy. It can be. It's real creepy. It'll definitely like give you the willies.
I'm good.
But not like that.
Not like that.
Y'all know how I feel.
Yeah, and I mean it's not so much escapism as it is like thought provoking, and I understand how much you prefer escapism.
There's a tinge of Black Mirror.
Yeah, it's very Black Mirror element.
For sure.
Yeah, like there's
Mirror
that too.
To it.
But
what about these other scary movies?
Let me move on because
You've taken up a
good second.
Yeah.
So we've watched 3 scary movies recently. One was called Lullaby, which is about a Jewish lullaby that calls Lilith, who is like the first.
Spoilers.
It's in the trailer.
Oh, okay.
All of this is in the trailer. You can.
You're not gonna watch it.
and it calls Lilith, who was like the first wife of Adam that was expelled from Eden, and she comes and takes children. And it's a whole thing. So there's that one.
Yeah, you should watch it.
It's fascinating.
It's fascinating.
It's a cool like biblical / like mythological story.
Whoa.
And then
concept.
Yeah, the concept's wild. The other one was called I See You.
On Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
I've been seeing people hype that.
I can't spoil too much about it.
It's good.
I mean, it's one of those movies where you think someone's watching you the whole time. And so, like, you just have to see how it develops.
Yeah.
If you enjoy that kind of, like, suspense situation. And then, let me tell you, the number one scary movie that I have seen, and I think it's won awards lately, is Barbarian.
Which Seth recommended to us.
That's right.
What Seth recommended.
That's right, boy.
I haven't seen a scary movie.
Bro, I waited an hour for the first jump scare.
Nope.
The anticipation was I hadn't screamed.
Yeah, same. I thought I was going to lose my voice.
Like I screamed at that movie since maybe
The Taking of Deborah Logan.
The Taking of Deborah. No. See, The Taking of Deborah Logan had me fucked up. Well, after the movie, it wasn't like the jump scare for Deborah Logan. It was like the whole of it all.
Yeah, that's fair.
I didn't had a jump scare like that since I watched The Conjuring, the first one. But yeah, if y'all like scary movies, I hope you check them out.
You lost me.
Jeremy.
You lost me.
Well, it's your turn now, bud. Bring it back in.
You lost me.
Come back.
All right. Yeah, we finna get into it.
Oh my!
How many minutes you got left on the on the camera screen?
Oh, we're good.
But how many?
About 12.
All right. How many of y'all listen?
Everybody in this room is caught up. Let me go ahead and tell you.
Love is Blind.
Yep.
Love is Blind season 4.
Yep.
Oh man!
All right, let's get into it. Let's
please.
We got 12 minutes to get into this.
12 minutes. Let me just say one name then. Josh.
Fuck out of here.
Josh.
That's the first name that you.
I gotta say Josh.
Marshall.
I was gonna say Jackie.
I was gonna say Irina.
I mean, if we want to bring it all the way back,
the one we love to hate.
We talked about it last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to keep the fans up.
Yeah.
Fucking Irina though. Can I just say my piece? She's a bitch.
Yeah, you weren't here last week.
She's a bitch, and she knows she a bitch. She was on that show entirely because she wanted to be on the show, not looking for love. And at the end of the day, she's a terrible person because she tried to get with her quote unquote best friend's man on the show and then just was like, nah, I wasn't trying to do that.
Also,
but
her apology was just
not an apology.
It was a copy paste of Micah's apology. So
no, yeah,
that's enough on Irina.
But that moves on to Jackie.
Boy, the
Marshall.
Team Marshall. Hashtag Team Marshall.
Team Marshall.
All day,
Team
baby.
Marshall for sure.
Team Marshall.
Man, that man is holding it down. He patient. He had to walk away. Otherwise, he might have, done something.
He wouldn't be where he is today if he did something.
That's what I'm saying.
He wasn't gonna do anything.
He wasn't gonna do anything. We know he wasn't.
I feel sorry.
Apparently, he won't do nothing in sex either. So.
But did you read her text messages though?
What you talking about?
What?
Oh, you didn't see those text
spill
messages?
that tea.
Okay, so some text messages from Jackie dropped of a group text she was in with her two best friends.
Oh.
This is all over my TikTok, right? I have read the receipts. She was talking about, basically, I'm going to summarize. She was basically telling her friends that he was giving her fruity vibes. Okay. AKA man was in touch with his feelings. Yeah. And she has a lot of personal gender identity things that she needs to work out. Yeah. But I digress.
Yeah.
Apparently his what was too big and she got a yeast infection afterwards. I should censor myself, shouldn't I? Infection.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and her friends were just like, she's like, y'all don't call him fruity at my wedding. Like, I gotta make it all the way and they were like, yeah, for the TV. And she was like, just like, yes, basically.
Man, we started out. Let me tell you.
Oh, and then the dress fitting.
And she still ended up leaving him.
We started out this season. I was so happy. I was like, I like this season so much better.
There's so many more people of color.
It's less toxic, it's less dramatic, and
the men are less dramatic. And the men are less toxic.
Except for Josh.
Except for Josh.
But Mr. Steele, he told her.
He told Marshall.
He told
Marshall too. It was like, hey, I love you, but I'm Mr. Steele girl. I'm Mr. Steele girl.
He was so up. He was just like
wasted.
And then he comes over to him and was like, I'm Mr. Stealing Your Girl.
Mr. Stealing Girl.
He was making a fool out of himself.
And then he goes over to Jackie and it's like,
that's the one.
You should pick me, choose me, love me.
And she was with it. She was with it, bro.
He sobered up and they met at the coffee shop where she was supposed to be getting her dress fitted.
Well, okay, so apparently, hold on.
Was it not that?
It was not. So
I didn't think so.
She has addressed it, and in the text messages, she asks her two friends to come to the dress fitting, and they're like, "Girl, this is on like a Wednesday at 10 a.m. Like I got work, sorry." And so her friends couldn't come, and then she shared that the coffee shop scene happened after the breakup.
Sure it did.
She had seen him, but they didn't film it. And then they put that in its place.
I love it.
So she didn't kiss him until after they broke up.
So
I love this editing.
Either way, she sucks.
Scroll down to the producers.
I knew. I was like, I don't think
dirty.
Yeah. Okay,
low
but
down dirty.
So that's Jackie.
Shout out to Chris Colin, Allie Simpson, Eric Detweiler, Brent Goldshiz, and Brian Smith and Heather Crow.
Slaying.
Y'all editing is perfect.
Slaying.
They got me. I'm like, no, she's not kissing him when she's still engaged.
Supposed to be getting the dress.
Mm-hmm.
But that brings it to the fact because it's like I was trying to find her ring was still on because she didn't give back the ring.
She didn't.
Right.
Because Love is Blind bought the rings, not the guys.
Really?
And he wanted it back, and he posted on TikTok. Marshall posted on TikTok and was like, it was an audio, it was a sound over like the text.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Why did you want the ring back? And he's like, I needed something. Like, I gotta walk away with something. Like, that's the audio.
Bro, you walked away with your dignity. What you mean?
Yeah, but he did this whole thing, and he was like, I at least want a freaking ring. Like,
I don't want to walk away without love, like, because they get paid, they get money too, right?
I mean, I'm sure they get at least the clout.
They also get paid for like being on the show.
Yeah,
like they
got
can't.
to.
Like,
I mean,
they're all adults. They have to make money, and so that nobody can just take a 2-week break from work,
Right.
to go be on a TV show and be in the pods,
Right.
for however long,
Right.
So yeah, I mean, they have to be getting some kind of
it's a whole
compensation,
solid month and a half.
and that's why a lot of them try to stay on the show. You know,
Time out.
Money is the motivation.
But love is blind.
Okay, but also apparently, and I found this out via TikTok as well. Can't confirm whether it's true or not, but apparently there are Love is Blind couples out there existing in in our world who did not get airtime. But they're married and like living life together, and we just have no idea who they
We've
are.
just seen the most dramatic ones.
Yeah,
They just they take what they can and
that's a whole documentary in itself.
Right.
I want
let me
that
find
spin-off
the lost stories
Of Love is Blind.
Yeah.
Love is Blind, the lost ones. Like, what is going on?
lost
Yeah.
volumes.
oh man, no, that show is. I love this show. I really do.
It's a great concept.
Like, I mean,
It's fantastic.
it's well put together. It is incredibly entertaining. I mean, you just it's a bit it's thought provoking enough.
Yeah.
But it's also just like
reality
But
TV,
in-
trash TV.
exactly.
But when
Also
they get
exciting.
together, when everybody's
Bruh.
face to face,
Bruh.
all the pettiness comes out, and then of course they're throwing these people together in these pool parties,
I just
filling them up with alcohol, like
facts.
Y'all, debauchery is bound to happen.
Do y'all think that Kwame gonna do it?
That was my question. That was my question before I ended my weekly blurb. Is Kwame going to say yes? Chelsea said yes. What is Kwame going to say? We have 3 days.
There's a conspiracy theory that the brother and sister of Kwame isn't his real brother, and that they cast him.
There's footage of Kwame trying to be on 90 Day Fiance.
Not 90 Day Fiance.
These are career marriage show people.
First sight.
Yeah, marriage at first. Yeah.
But anyway,
He's in the back. Like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But that was filmed in like 2019 or 2020. It was before.
He been trying.
He's been in multiple
Right.
love reality shows.
I'm just gonna say this about Kwame. He went on a show where they are filming in Seattle, and they film in specific cities. This whole show does, because they want people who are in those cities so that in the real world it's not as difficult to merge their lives, right? Like, that's why they do that. That's why they cast from those cities.
They did Atlanta. That's why they did Chicago.
Yeah.
Right. Dallas. He is in Seattle. He goes to the casting for a Seattle show. Is his ass well and good, knows he's from Portland, matches with somebody, and then his issue is that she lives in Seattle and he lives in Portland?
I live in Portland.
That's a it's a fantastic point. Like,
His whole spiel about
His whole drama, his whole
I'm
issue.
sacrificing.
Here's the
I'm
thing. When he's
sacrificing.
when he's doing his little confessional outside of whatever bar, he was just like, "Look, I hate to say it, but not really. Seattle expensive.
You overpriced.
You overpriced.
Overpriced.
I don't like you. Oh, I can do whatever
Made that
later.
the name of the episode.
Yeah,
I was dead.
yeah, you're overpriced.
You're overpriced. I could be at home in Portland. I could be shirtless doing my jogs in Portland.
Right.
But I'm up here trying to make it in Seattle. I just don't want to. You're not that fancy.
Go
You
to
just-
Portland.
Right.
Go to Portland.
So I'm
over him.
I be real, because of the mom situation,
I get that.
because of the moving situation, because he just for real don't seem that into
He
Chelsea.
doesn't.
Never has been.
Never has.
He's not.
He's wanted to be with Micah this whole time.
But what's this? What did it go back to originally? He
got broken up with.
reinforcement.
He got broken up with.
He needed somebody to tell him, like, I really like you. I really like you. I really like you. Chelsea always gave him that.
Yep.
Micah, he voiced it to Micah, was not giving him that reassurance.
Because he didn't like
and
him.
so that's what this has been from the very jump.
Yep.
And he got the reassurance from Chelsea, and so he stuck with Chelsea. But in the real world,
he also got his ass
enough.
dumped, bro. He got his ass dumped before he even was like Chelsea's
and broke down, was sobbing.
Oh yeah, because Michael broke up. Yeah, so she could be a homeboy from Louisiana.
And Brett had to pick him back up. Which Brett and Tiffany, they're gonna make it right. They have to.
They got to.
They're just.
I have all my faith and love in them
because
right
literally
now, bro.
everyone else is up for grabs.
Yeah.
If Brett and Tiffany are in trouble, then the whole thing could go.
There's no love.
The whole thing
for
goes
this last
sideways.
There is no love. Damn it.
There shouldn't happen.
The last promo making it look like some shit popped off.
Exactly.
And I'm just like
What? I was like, what is that about? Brent is out here talking about something shouldn't happen. Dog, what are you talking about? Something should happen.
Don't say that, Brett. Don't say that, Brett.
Going down?
You my last hope, Brett.
Straight up.
I got faith and love is blind because of you, Brett.
Right.
Bro, you gonna be the next Cameron and Lauren. Like you gonna be the next.
Ain't no season 5 without you, man. Ain't no season 5.
No.
But that's my weekly blurb.
That was a good one. Clearly.
Had to get up in there.
Ooh, we love some Love Is Blind in this house.
Yeah.
Love is Blind evokes the emotions.
Out of everybody. That's why I had to do it.
I mean, you feel all of the emotions while you watch it. It's wild.
You've seen their whole relationship.
You're so anxious. I have so much anxiety
in a month.
You have seen. That's why you're so invested, is because you have seen their whole relationship
In 30 days.
And this thing is cross cultural, y'all. I think it's like in 5 different countries.
Yeah, there's
now.
Love Is Blind Brazil, Love Is Blind Japan, The Ultimatum, which is the spinoff.
Man, that show was crazy.
I didn't watch The Ultimatum.
I neither.
I didn't like it. It was dumb.
It pissed me off from the title.
I pissed me off from the trailer. What you mean?
Yeah, for real. Like, anyway.
There's another one though.
I didn't even get to the trailer.
There's another one though, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's good because it like combines
The Perfect Match. I watched that shit. Oh, you best believe I watched.
I want to see Bartiz again. I ain't seen.
Apparently, he got a kid.
He does have a kid.
He has a whole kid now.
Yeah.
He got a woman pregnant before he went and filmed.
Of course he did.
Love Is Blind.
Perfect
Match. In between Love Is Blind and Perfect Match.
Wow.
Yep.
2 days ago, meet my little man.
Look, my TikTok.
The whole time he was trying to find the perfect match, there was
This boy, a whole daddy
at home who was pregnant with
whole
his
daddy.
child. Man. Bartiz, man, never changed, bro.
Anyway,
everybody who comes out of that show ends up being an alcoholic.
Man,
and when you're an alcoholic, you make some alcoholic mistakes.
Anybody else got anything else?
Any other weekly blur? I'm good. I don't have anything.
All right. Well, Jay, you've been missing for 3 weeks. Let's.
Where can the people find us?
Where can the people find us, Jay?
Let's see if I know how to do this.
Ooh, you're rusty.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Blurred Survival Guide, on TikTok and Twitter at Blurred Guide. You can hit us up on our personals at Blurred Activists.
That Disney Blurred. Check it out.
Or you can hit us up on Redbubble and get some merch. But other than that, keep surviving, everybody.
Let's do the theme song.
Listen.
Taylor King.
DSG, we back again. Combos, topics, fave top 10. Podcast fiends, go tell your friends. Blurt Survival Guide until the end. DSG, we back again. Combos, topics, fave top 10. Podcast fiends, go tell your friends. Blurt Survival Guide until the end. Oh, we back at it again. Jay, Jeremy, Miriam, Ryan, friends until the end. What's new this week? That is our mission. Spoiler leaks, not our ambition. Call us geeks, come on now listen. Black and nerdy's our position.
Blurred boys, y'all know what to expect. Enter the podcast, we come in correct. Survivalist world, we coming for the throne. Blurred boys, survivalist zone.
DSG, we back again. Combos, topics, fave top 10. Podcast fiends, go tell your friends. Blurt Survival Guide until the end. DSG, we back again. Combos, topics, fave top 10. Podcast fiends, go tell your friends. Blurt Survival Guide until the end. Hey, 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 hey.
Taylor.
It's the Blurt Survival Guide. It's the Blurt Survival Guide. It's the Blurt Survival Guide.